JoLynn Braley Show, episode number 85, One Thought Shift for Weight Loss, episode number 16. Which fears are you eating over now? Welcome back to the JoLynn Braley Show with permanent weight loss coach JoLynn Braley. That's me. I coach smart, successful women and a few cool men to struggle-free weight loss in 8 weeks or less by following my proven step-by-step system, the Inner Self Diet. The diet that is not a diet. I have been doing this since 2009 and it works every time. But it only works for those who do it. You've got to actually get in the Inner Self Diet, do the steps in order to end all of your food and weight struggles in 8 weeks or less. Struggles like emotional eating, binge eating, yo-yo dieting, self-sabotage, low self-esteem, scale obsession, food obsession, whatever the problem is that is keeping you overweight and out of control with food and your body. These frustrating, fat-creating, unhealthy behaviors are healed and released in 8 weeks or less in my proven step-by-step coaching system in which I personally guide my amazing clients through my proven steps in real time over the phone. And what is very important is that all of those unhealthy behaviors that keep your body fat, they are replaced with healthy, empowering, awesome behaviors that will give you the body that you've always wanted. And you are going to love today's special edition episode of the JoLynn Braley Show, delivered to you in 10 minutes or less. Today, you are going to get a one thought shift for weight loss. Yes, delivered to you in the form of a question. So, to get the most out of this completely free weight loss podcast episode, grab pen and paper right now and write the question down that you're going to get, and then write your answer down to the question. There is a connection that occurs between the head, the hand, and the heart when you write pen on paper. You do not get that connection if you type on a keyboard. You absolutely don't get that connection if you only listen. So why not take full advantage of this completely free weight loss podcast? Grab your pen and paper now, and let's find out what today's one thought shift for weight loss is. Yes, we are going to find out what today's one thought shift for weight loss is. Actually, this week's one thought shift for weight loss. What is it? But first, two things. Number one, do you have my free ebook? If you're struggling with emotional eating, binge eating, you want to lose weight, but you just can't stop overeating, go to www.easyfunweightloss.com. Grab my free ebook. In it, I lay out 3 simple steps to start making weight loss easy and fun from the inside out. They are not food or exercise tips. They have to do with the real problem. Okay, the real problem is not the food. The real problem is not the fat on your body. Your unhealthy eating behaviors, your unhealthy sedentary lifestyle, your unhealthy obsessions, your sabotages, your self-sabotages, your fears, all of that stuff, these are symptoms of the real problems. Does this make sense? I hope it does. Okay. The real problem needs to be healed so that you release the unhealthy eating behaviors. The real problem must be healed so that you can just live a healthy lifestyle, which will allow your body to release the fat and keep it off. Okay, there is no quick fix for weight loss. No matter how many times you've bought into that idea, or if you're still looking for a quick fix or a short path to success, there is no short path. The only solution is a healthy lifestyle, which you start living now and you live until you croak out of your body if you want to get to your ideal weight, get to your fittest, healthiest body, and maintain it for the rest of your life. If instead you are okay with yo-yo dieting and the struggle and the obsessions and the whole drama, if you're okay with that, then why are you listening to my podcast? You are in the wrong place. Exit this podcast now and go find podcasts that are about the quick fix. There's tons of stuff out there about that. And it's not going to be quick, though. It's going to cost you years and years and years and years of your life, where instead you could just start living a healthy lifestyle now, get that weight off, keep it off for the rest of your life. The problem with that, though, is that you have to have the right inner self programming in order to do it. All right? That's 92.8% of the challenge right there. And that is why I do the work that I do with my private practice weight loss coaching clients. And that's in the Inner Self Diet. Okay, so that's the first thing. Get my ebook, my free ebook at www.easyfunweightloss.com to learn a little bit more. The second thing is that today's One Thought Shift for Weight Loss is episode number 16 in this exclusive One Thought Shift for Weight Loss series that you can only find here on the JoLynn Braley Show. And if you have been listening to these in order, then you have noticed that they do follow a flow and they build upon each other. If you have not been listening to them in order and you want to go back to the first one, just go to Fearless Fat Loss. That's fearlessfatloss.com/blog. And in the search bar, type in 063, hit enter, press enter, and then that will take you to the first One Thought Shift for Weight Loss series in this episode, and that will get you started there. And these have pretty much followed, well, they have not followed exactly in order every week since that first one, because there have been some full-length episodes in between, especially the Get Real episodes. But the reason that I'm suggesting that you might want to listen to the One Thought Shift Weight Loss series in order is because, for example, today's One Thought Shift for Weight Loss harkens back to the One Thought Shift for Weight Loss episode number 13, which was a few weeks ago, and it's building upon that one, because episode number 13, that one was about your biggest fear when it comes to losing weight. And today, definitely go back to that one and listen to that one for sure. That one was episode number 81 of the JoLynn Braley Show. So to find that one, go to fearlessfatloss.com/blog, and in the search bar, type in 081. Okay? So today's, like I said, it is an extension of that episode. So here is your One Thought Shift for Weight Loss. Write the question down. It's always delivered in the form of a question. The One Thought Shift is always a question that you're asking yourself. Write the question down, pen on paper, then write your answer down. Then you'll get the full benefit, because there is a connection that occurs between your head, your hand, and your heart when you write pen on paper. You cannot get that connection typing on a keyboard. You won't get that connection just listening to my voice. All right, so here's the question. How many fears am I eating today? How many fears am I trying to stuff? How many fears do I continue to eat over on an ongoing basis? How many fears am I consistently eating? Seriously, I'm sure that you never think about your out of control eating like this, but if you answer this question, write down all of your fears that you are trying to stuff down and avoid with the extra food that you're eating. All right? Now, I don't know what your fears are unless I'm working with you personally in the Inner Self Diet. Some common ones, fears of a big, huge one that plagues most humans is you're always afraid of what other people think rather than caring more about what you think. You know? You're never going to be free if you are stuck in the bondage of worrying and fearing what other people are thinking about what you're doing, what you're saying, how you look. You have to figure out, what do you think about how you're showing up every day in your life? And if you're happy with how you're showing up, that's great. But if you're not happy with how you're showing up, if you're not happy with your body, if you're not happy with your weight, you got to change that stuff. Okay? If you're not happy with constantly living in fear of what other people may or may not think, fear of somebody leaving you, fear of being exposed in some way, shape, or form. Fear of loss of something. Fear of not being good enough. Fear of always being fat. Fear of never getting thin. Fear of always struggling with food and your weight. Fear of money, fear of men, fear of dating, fear of always being alone, fear of your husband leaving you, fear of too much sex, fear of not enough sex, fear of food. Okay, you know how many people are afraid of food? Seriously. And hey, I'm not making fun of you or anything with any of what I'm saying here. I have totally been in the struggle before. I know what it's like, but I also know that it will not get you permanent weight loss. Okay? You have got to step out of your comfort zone. You have to heal those fears. You have to release them. They have to be replaced with the correct, healthy inner self programming. And if you don't know how to do these things, and if you cannot, well, you can't see your own blind spots. That's a given. You will never be able to see your own blind spots. That is why coaching is so invaluable. All right? If you're willing to change, if you're willing to transform, if you're serious about achieving permanent weight loss, if you're serious about getting the right inner self programming that will set you free so that then you will be able to live a healthy lifestyle, to release the fat and keep it off, head on over to www.discovery-session.com. That's discovery-session.com to take your first step. And that's where you start. So, make sure that you write down all of your fears that you're eating over. I'm sure that there are many that are unconscious that you're not going to be able to get to. You're not aware of them. That's another reason why you want to get coaching, to get beyond this stuff. Because I promise you, the real problem is not the food. The real problem is not the fat on your body. The real problem is not even your unhealthy eating behaviors. The behaviors are a symptom of the faulty inner self programming. The good news is the inner self programming can be changed. And once that is changed and transformed at a core level, then you will be free of this struggle. It is really, really cool. But that is what needs to occur. Okay, no food diet can do this for you. Hey, next week will be episode number 86 of the JoLynn Braley Show, and that will be a Get Real episode. It will be Get Real episode number 20. That will be a full-length episode. Be sure to tune in for that. But don't tune in for that if you're not willing to get real with yourself. And you got to get real with yourself if you're ever going to achieve permanent weight loss. But I'm telling you right now, you're not going to like any of my Get Real episodes if you want to stay in your comfort zone. Just telling you right now, that's a big warning. So stay away if you want to stay in your comfort zone and stay in the place that breeds more struggle. I don't wish that on you. It's no fun. I wish for you your best life while living inside of your ideal body at your healthiest, fittest, strongest, most awesome weight, feeling fantastic about yourself. No more binge eating, no more emotional eating, no more of that drama. Just live in a healthy lifestyle, and it's just not a big deal. That is what I wish for you.